Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, everyone. Firstly, I would like to extend my thanks to the Committee of KOLITA for accepting our proposal so that we can be a part of this conference. It's a great conference, and being a part of this conference is such an honor for us. I'm Dina Rachmawati from Universitas Sultan Ageng, Tirtayasa. In this presentation, I would like to share with you the findings of a research entitled Cultural Content Analysis in Two EFL Textbooks used by boarding schools in Banten, a multimodal analysis. This research is a collaboration research between me and my colleague Rosmania, Rima, and our student Hilya and Amelia. The presentation will be divided into three sections. I'll present the background and also the literature review of the study. And the next part, then research methodology and the finding will be presented by Ibu Rosmania Rima. And the discussion and conclusions of the study will be delivered by Hilya and Amelia. This study is interested in finding out the representations of culture in two English textbooks used by two boarding schools in Banten, and how the culture is presented in the two textbooks. The idea that led us to this research were mapped in this figure. It is widely known and believed that language and culture are two interrelated things. Learning a language means learning the culture of the target language. However, indisputably, the rise of globalization combined with the post-colonial trends has had a significant impact on the global spreads of English and English language teaching, or ELT, in the last 2 decades. Despite terminological differences, many scholars have investigated the feasibility of shifting from native models of pedagogy in ELT to English as an international language, or EIL, or also known as English as a lingua franca. EIL is a term used to describe English status as the world's second language and the most widely used language for worldwide businesses, trades, travels, correspondences, and varieties of other purposes. As Mitsuda 2019 said, that the idea behind EIL is that distinct norm exists for the use of English in the various world Englishes around the world. According to Chang's 2006, English has long been the dominant foreign language in institutional curricula and foreign language teaching and learning system. Because of English global significance, it has spawned a burgeoning text publishing industry. A good ELT textbook serve a variety of functions in the EFL classroom, and textbook served or are considered as the heart of any ELT program. Curricula architects have always assumed that only English and British English should be included in the EFL or ESL curricula. Matsuda said, multiple genuine variations of world Englishes have been neglected in the ELT textbooks because EFL textbooks have devoted to focusing nearly solely on these native varieties of English. In line with this, some studies have indicated that some English textbooks included more English-speaking countries' culture than the learners' native culture. It is vital to analyze the applicability of English foreign language textbook in expressing the cultural appraisals of the balance between local and the target culture in order to better prepare English foreign language students for cultural related things. In the Indonesian context itself, as studied by Sudartini, Rachmawati, and Murti, incorporating local culture into foreign language teaching, especially English, helps to promote Indonesian education character and students' understanding of their local culture. To analyze the representations of culture and in the English textbook, the concept of Kahru's three concentric circle and Moran's 5 dimensions of culture were adopted in the study. Kahru 1985 described the distributions of English into 3 concentric circles, that is, inner circle, outer circle, and expanding circle. The inner circle is referred to the nation where English is originally from and now uses English as the primary or first language. While the outer circle is referred to countries where English fills in as a lingua franca between groups and has no officially recognized government status. While expanding circle is referred to countries where English has no role on the administrative but uses English as their foreign language, or the language is learned in the classrooms or serve as the instructional language in the classroom. So to analyze the type of culture represented in the textbook, which the object of this research, the researcher adapted the Kahru's expanding culture by adding local culture, which means Indonesian culture, to indicate the Indonesian local culture as one of the categories. Furthermore, to analyze the representations of cultural elements, as has been stated earlier, more than 5 dimensions of culture were adopted. The 5 dimensions are communities, practices, people, and then products, and also perspective. And that's all my presentation. The next section will be presented by Ibu Rosmania. Thank you very much.
Well, my name is Rosmania Rima, and I'm about to tell you the methodology of the research. The research focused on the cultural representation of the dialogue, pictures, and text passages in the 2 10th grade books used by 2 popular Islamic boarding schools in Serang City and also in Pandeglang Regency. And then the content analysis was used as the research design. The researchers analyzed types of culture based on Kahru 85. There are 3 circles of English theory and how the culture is represented in EFL textbooks according to the theory of Mora. Yeah, there are 5 dimensions of culture. And then the data analysis method applied from Huberman, namely data condensation, data display, and conclusion drawing. Talking about the findings, first of all, the representation of culture in the textbook based on the analysis revealed that inner circle culture, outer circle culture, expanding circle culture, and local culture were identified in the 2 textbooks. Further detailed analysis pointed out that the inner circle culture has the most significant portion of the cultural content, as shown in the following graphics. Inner circle culture, 48%. And then the least one is the outer circle culture, 5.80%. The graphic shows that from 207 data of the 2 textbooks, inner circle culture has the most occurrence in the 2 textbooks with 99 frequencies. And then local culture came in the 2nd place with 68 frequencies. The next type is expanding circle culture, which came in the 3rd place with 28 frequencies. And lastly, the type of culture with the minor portion was outer circle culture with 12 frequencies or 5.80%. And the detailed findings and also discussion will be continued by friends of mine.
Okay, so here are some of the data of cultural content that found in the 2 textbooks. The first, for the inner circle culture, the picture shows the picture of the Statue of Liberty that are placed in USA and counted as the cultural heritage. Cultural heritage as an identity of a country or regions or a city is one of the most common ways to promote the cultural features and tourism growth. The second is outer circle culture. The picture shows an introduction from a girl named Dina Humans and culture are inseparated. Humans build a culture of daily life and pass it down the generations. Dina, in the picture, we can see that Dina is come from Mexico, so she is a Mexican. That's why it is included to the outer circle culture. The next is expanding circle culture. The picture shows a fairy tale with the title The Ugly Duckling. Folks and fairy tales appear to be a universal feature of human civilizations and having many different characteristics across the world. There are many different versions of fairy tale in the worldwide, depending on the culture in the country. And the next is local culture. From the picture, we can see that the picture show students and a librarian in the library. From the pictures, we can see that the students is using an Indonesian school's uniform. Clothing is used by many individuals to represent their culture identity. School uniforms is one type of clothing that reflects the cultural identity because most of countries have their own clothing or school uniform styles, depending on their culture. The next is the representation of culture in the textbooks. As the previous explanations, the culture in the textbooks was represented by 5 different types of culture. So the first is products. In the picture, we can see the lyric of Michael Jackson's songs with the title "We Are the World." In this global era, everybody listen to the music. Music has become a worldwide trend due to the ease technology that can now be exchanged. The next is practice. The picture shows a cultural ceremony with a lion dance performance. This cultural ceremony is come from China. In the Chinese culture, the lion's performance is mimicking the lion's movement in a lion costume to bring culture and love. The lion dance performance is usually performed in Chinese New Year. And the next is perspective. The picture shows a text about expressing congratulations. In social life, it is necessary to express our congratulate to other people. People use congratulatory phrases to convey their feelings about a particular event. Some people express it more formal, while other people express it more relaxed. The next is communities. The picture shows a picture of American football player. American football is one of the popular sport in America. Community reflects and impacted by the culture in a country or in an environment. And the next is person. The person represented in the textbooks include well-known figures such as national heroes, sport artists, and singer, and etc. Displaying well-known figures who have achieved and made a lot of accomplishments in the textbooks may be beneficial for students and provide them with a strong role models. So the conclusions from this research found that the cultural content in the textbooks were inner circle culture, outer circle culture, expanding circle culture, and local culture. Cultural content represented by products, practice, perspective, community, and person. This study concludes that the EFL teaching and learning that accommodated in the textbook seems to support the spirit of global Englishes movement, in which English learning is supposed to not only promote inner circle culture, but also promote other cultural circles. And as the recommendations, the English teacher's awareness of mediating local culture in English teaching and learning needs to be enhanced. So that's all. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.